filter the performative males off your suitors. How to be a Dalagang Filipina with standards in the modern dating era. Those are the questions Dating Coach Vee answers on Love Hacks.
Love hacks, we got you. No need to be sad. Love hacks,
Beautiful
we
day,
got you.
Coach Vee.
Hello, beautiful day, Pao and Dan.
I think we have to start first with defining what is a performative male ba? Diba?
Yeah, so performative males are males who do certain things for the sake of the affection of women. So they do perform some acts such as yung mga nagte-trending right now is, you know, like reading a love novel, like drinking matcha, like wearing that yung bags
bag.
na, yes, tote
The tote
bags.
bag, yeah.
Because the intent of that is to become relatable to women, you know, that they support women. But what's not good about performative male is it's not true. It's just there so that they could get female attention.
So we're showing the graphic there. So you have, it's like showing your soft side to make women think na, oh, this guy is
In touch with their
Yeah.
feminine
supports
side.
women.
Parang
It's
ganon.
like pretending you're a feminist when you're not, right?
So
Or
it's
not
all just an
necessarily.
act.
It is an act, it is a performance. That's why they call it
Okay.
performative.
All right, so how do we know if they are being honest or authentic in their
Yeah.
pursuits, right? Like, what if you really like matcha, right?
Right.
Or they're just being performative. How can you tell?
Right. So one of the things that differentiate performative male sa males who are really like good quality and good suitors is what you call the recognition. So performative males, they really do good when there's an audience. But the real suitors is, kahit kayong dalawa lang, sweet sila. Kahit kayong dalawa lang, they're very like a gentleman. Pero ang performative male kasi magaling lang kapag may recognition and kapag may audience. So yun ang difference. Hindi talaga siya legitimate.
So we're seeing here performative male competitions right now. It's that much of a joke already.
Yes,
male
it is actually a
competition.
meme now,
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yung mga naka-tote bag na naka-glasses and wired earphones,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Ayan,
having
oh,
matcha,
there, oh.
ayun. And then after, mga wired earphones, sakto. Right?
Yeah.
And
But it's gonna be hard to distinguish if it's authentic or just an act, diba?
Yeah.
Unless you truly get to know the person.
Absolutely. And that's one of the ways, that's why you have ligaw. How do you tell if a suitor is serious? It takes time, no? At least, I do believe that you should have at least 90 days. Magpaligaw ka at least 90 days para makilala mo kung sino talaga yung nasa harap mo. Because initially, sa una, it's totoo yung sinasabi nila, best foot forward. And your partner deserves your best foot forward. But the question is, can you sustain it?
Yeah.
You cannot perform, be overly gentleman, if you cannot do it for the rest of your relationship. So dating is a lifestyle. Kung paano mo tinitreat yung partner mo sa simula, dapat ganun ka talaga all throughout the relationship, or even better.
is it effective at all yung pagiging quote-unquote performative male, showing your soft or feminine side? Because siguro people do this because it works to a certain degree. Do you feel that happens, Coach?
It does. It is very effective when it comes to approaching women. So yung first introduction, it's very effective because you have point for discussion. That's the whole point of it. They're reading a book thinking that, a woman will be like, oh, I read that book too. Right? So there's like a piece of, we have a point for discussion. We have something to be relatable about. But the thing is, if you're not really like that, it will be superficial. Magkoconnect kayo sa una lang, and then after a few days, after a few months that you get to know each other, wala na kayong mapag-usapan because it's all an act.
Or pagka nasa relationship na kayo, then you just discover na this guy is a totally different person. He's
Yeah.
not the one that I actually met and the one I fell in love with. Diba?
And based on science, human beings, we really connect through commonalities, common grounds. So just imagine if you fake the first, parts of our relationship, like how can we connect deeper? Paano tayo magiging bonded? Kung yung akala kong gusto mo, na gusto ko, hindi pala talaga totoo.
Okay.
So how would you suggest women handle yung mga performative male once they identify, uy, baka hindi to genuine sa simula. But then, is interested in the person. Kasi may mga ganun, right? So, how would you set those boundaries? How would you set that type of siguro warning sign to be able to get the actual authentic person away from yung pagka-perform niya?
Right. So, two things. First is patagalin mo yung ligaw. Pangalawa is you have to put them in different conditions. Hindi pwedeng date lang. You have to see them stressed. You have to see them angry. You have to see them hungry and upset. So, put them in different. That's why usong-uso nga sa mga date yung mga escape room o kaya yung mga challenges, because you need to see them under stress situation and situations that are not comfortable kasi nagde-default ka sa kung ano talagang ugali ng human
Like
being.
your real
Really?
personality.
Yes. And I also love in Singles Events Manila, in our company, we put singles in competition. Kasi kapag competition, dun lumalabas yung totoong ugali. Gentleman ba talaga yan? Or itutulak ka pa para manalo sila sa game?
Oh yeah, that's true, right? And some guys don't like it when the girls beat them.
Yes.
In certain competitions, 'di ba? Pagka natatalo sila ng girls, napipikon sila.
Paano kung masyadong competitive si girl?
Yun nga.
At least alam mo
so
na
at
may
least alam mo na the
competitive girl
guy
ka.
doesn't want that. And then you don't want that also for
Right.
your partner, 'di ba? Kasi
I
you
like
want
that.
someone
I
who
like
will support
that,
you
oo.
even if you're super competitive, 'di ba?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that. Putting your date in
Diba?
stressful situations.
Yes, or challenges, no? It could be the other way around naman. Makita mo na, oh my gosh, ang gentleman niya. 'Di ba? Doon lalong na i-in love yung babae kasi you can see if the man is after the rewards or if the man is really, really good by nature.
So we're talking about all these, like sabi mo, patagalin yung ligaw,
Yes.
having these boundaries when you're entertaining your suitors. Why is it important to set these kinds of rules, boundaries?
So boundaries basically para siyang imagine like a background check, no? So I remember, in personal story lang, I remember the first time that my partner invited me on an out of Manila. That means it's an overnight. So my boundary was, I'm gonna go with you to Palawan, but I want 2 rooms.
So not
Usually, a man who is not serious will say, I'm not gonna do it, mahal, para san pa? What's the point? That's why we're going to Palawan, right? But my partner, walang problema. He said like, yes, no problem. So that's, the more I trusted the person because of that. So that could be an example of putting, like, if you're not comfortable, say it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, say it. Because if you fake it, or if you just oo ka lang ng oo sa sasabihin nila, then you're gonna get crumbs and not the cake.
And I guess this is where also the performative male, yung dun mo madidiscover if he's authentic or not when you set these boundaries and then lumabas yung true colors niya.
Perfect.
Diba?
Because those who are not serious, those who doesn't wanna invest in you, will be very obvious. They're just gonna date you because it's convenient. Pero when you ask for a little bit more effort, a little bit more investment in terms of time, emotions, and even resources, umaatras na kasi hindi na convenient. Hassle ka na. So you really see who is a serious suitor and who just wants you overnight.
You know, while we
Test it.
While we love that story, I can guarantee you there are now multiple men looking at their wallets. Looking through their wallets
Why?
as they now have to book 2 rooms instead of 1 kapag nag-out of town. But,
kasi di ba before-
totoo yan though.
Yeah,
Oo.
before kasi usong-uso sa Philippine culture yung may dalang chaperon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's so
Oo.
true.
So
Yeah.
right now, I feel like in our generation, we don't have chaperon already, but it is for us to be our own chaperon. We have to look after ourselves.
Parang napaisip tuloy ako kung siguro mas mura ba kapag nag-chaperone and then may extra bed kayo sa kwarto? Or
That is so
magtulog?
weird, no? Parang
Magsa-separate
tatlo
room.
kayo sa room.
Okay, that's what the
Tas
point
may
of the
extra.
chaperone.
Oh, yeah, it's so weird lang.
Diba? But before, men used to make ligaw women even if there's a third person in the table.
Yes, true.
Diba?
Yeah.
Kaya nga right now, ang swerte-swerte na ng men kasi it's so easy to make ligaw now than before. You need to please lesser people than before. You need to please the whole barangay.
Is
yeah.
a third party, like when I mean third party, as
Like
in
a third person.
like a third person on the
Yes.
table, would that help weed out yung mga performative male?
Oh,
Kasi may
that's a
observe,
very good
may nag-observe.
question.
Oo.
Diba?
Let me just
na
say-
lalaki rin.
It has, paano pag yung companion mo, girl?
No, either.
Okay.
Yeah, pero just someone to like flag the signs. Would that be a good
Yes.
suggestion?
Absolutely, because your guy friends or your male chaperone can give a second opinion, no? But let me just say that having a third person during a date will make it very difficult for you to be romantic.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so true.
It's so
pero-
hard to be romantically connected with somebody when you
Yes.
have to filter everything that you have to say because you
Yeah.
have your yaya or you have your friend with you. So
Yeah.
if you want to connect with somebody, take them on a one-on-one date, not with their friends and not with the chaperone.
I agree. Pero
Yeah.
this is just to weed out yung mga performative male or yung
Yes,
mga
yes.
tipong kailangan under observation muna.
Oo, kailangan
you
may
need
nag-observe.
correct. You need friends
Yes.
for that kasi 'di ba, yung perspective ng guy
And
friends
that's why you
mo.
invite kung sino man yung nanliligaw sa'yo, invite mo siya to go out with your friends as well.
Absolutely.
Because the guy also needs to get to know the friends of the girl. And
Oo.
that's very important that you pass yung test ng friends.
Have you ever been that, the
Yan.
third person in the table?
To offer
You've never done that.
I don't think
She's
so.
the person
Yeah.
always on a date.
Oh, she's always on a date. Oh my gosh.
Actually, I have never experienced a date with a third person.
I have.
Talaga?
Really?
Yeah. Na
Parang
ako
me too.
ako yung friend na
Ikaw yung taga-observe.
vetting. Oo.
Ano naman napansin mo dun sa kadate ng
So
friend
were you
mo?
able to spot red flags or green flags?
Or male
yeah,
performative?
I don't think they're together anymore.
So the question is, did
Oo.
you tell your friend about your insight after their date?
No, yun nga, yeah. I did. That's why I brought it up. Because
you
I realized that has happened and does happen.
Yes.
Na-mention mo yung chaperone. So I think that's normal.
Kaya pala hiwalay
oo.
na sila dahil pala sa'yo, Pao.
I don't know kung dahil sa akin, but then baka they're happier now away from each other, di ba?
Baka blessing in disguise ka pala.
Blessing ako, ano ko ba?
Oh my gosh. So wag niyo sasama si Paolo
Oo.
pag may nanliligaw sa inyo. Wag niyo nang isama si
Or else?
Paolo Del Rosario.
Why not?
Or else maghihiwalay kayo.
No, but you'll end up happier in the end. Di ba yan yung point? Di ba?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, look.
Now that we're talking about
Just send us
sige.
messages on this chat and if you need a companion to determine kung performative male yung kasama nyo, you can message Ann or I. Magta-third person kami.
Wow, may PF ba
Sige.
yan?
Oo.
Nagcha-charge ba kayo ng PF
Oo,
for
chicken
that?
lang. Manok
chicken lang.
Good.
Ano? Plain for me ha. Plain fried chicken for me. Yung may
Okay.
flavor kay Paolo.
We will avail of the service.
Yes.
Oo.
I will mukbang while you guys are on a date.
Oo. Tapos kung
Habang
hindi...
nagka-holding hands
Oy.
kayo, ako
Oo, tapos kapag hindi
Magastos talaga magkaroon ng third person.
That's true. That's true. Just pay for our meals, diba?
Uy, grabe na feel nyo ba yung yung emphasis ni Pao? That's true. Parang nagastosan ka na dati.
Parang, at saka seryoso siya
Parang-
dito sa sa in-announce niya on air.
No, yeah,
Talagang he
seryoso
really wants
ako.
that to
Kasi
happen.
look, I'm just saying, we could all help each other out here. If it doesn't work out because we observe the bad thing, we will refer you
diba?
to dating Coach Vee. 'Di ba? Para sa mga singles events niya. So we're going
Let's
to...
put them under a
oo.
challenge in a stressful situation.
We'll put them sa... Yeah, nakaka-stress naman tayo, Anne. So,
I don't know about you. Ikaw lang. But anyway, we digress. We're talking
Okay,
about
okay.
ligaw-ligaw kasi you mentioned kanina, no? Some of your clients kasi, Coach V, wala na nga rin silang ligaw culture. Kasi di ba sa ibang bansa, parang foreigners wala masyadong like a ligaw stage.
Absolutely.
Diba? So
Absolutely.
how do you show them na the legal culture is still important?
Yes.
And why is it still important?
Right. So not a lot of people know that we do not find matches for people. We teach them about the courtship culture in the Philippines.
Okay.
Because I don't want the women to be the one to adjust and like, oh sige, I'm not gonna ask him to court me
I
because he
understand.
doesn't know how. No, you are coming to the Philippines. You want to marry a Filipina. You learn how to make a Filipina woman fall in love, and that is by courting her family, courting her friends, her office mates, and the whole barangay. So we teach the value of that to foreigners so that they will have a better chance winning the woman's
And
heart.
kasi
if
importante
they
yan sa atin
wanna
eh.
get married.
True,
Absolutely.
courtship. Yeah, and getting to know the family members, the
Yes.
friends, 'di ba? Usually, ano yung recommended mong time Like, gaano katagal before you finally, get to know this person
The
na
authentic
naniligaw sa'yo.
person.
Yeah.
Like, kapag na-shed off na yung pagka-performative
Pag
niya.
dinrap na yung tote bag, yung book.
Hindi
Diba?
pala talaga
Yung
nila gusto.
earphones.
So I'm gonna offer two advice. One is a professional advice, and second is a personal advice.
Okay.
Professional advice, it should be at least 3 months because ligaw is basically vetting. That's where you really get to know them. And my grandma always say that time weeds bad mates. So kapag hindi seryoso yun, mawawala yan. Personally naman, I do believe in 2 years ligaw.
2
Both my
years?
exes and my current partner courted me for 2
Okay.
years because I feel like that's enough time to get to know somebody really, really deeply before you say, okay, I'm ready for you.
2 years, ha? Tagal din na ligaw na. What was the longest time na
Nanligaw
nanligaw ka, Paolo?
Tagal rin eh. Patient kasi ako eh.
Oy,
Pwede ka, gaano katagal nga?
2 weeks.
Doon naman, naligaw.
Ligaw, yeah.
Nanligaw.
What was the longest ligaw you've
9
done?
months.
9 months. Okay, tagal din.
Before we got together, yeah. Yeah, give or take. But anyway, we have to wrap things up. On that note, so sorry.
Thank you, Coach Vee.
Tatanong ko sana si Ann, pero sige.
But thank you, Coach Vee, for joining us today.
All right. So, of course, we got to wrap things up here. But as much as we're going to count down our beautiful days of Christmas, we also have something special here first because it is also a special day. It is the birthday of Direk Carrie. Yes.
Happy birthday, Direk Carrie!
Happy birthday, Direk.
Sa totoo lang, kaya tayo may chicken kanina eh. Pa-birthday ni Direk
Oo,
Carrie.
yung handa. Pero sorry, Direk, nakain na namin po lahat.
Hindi nakakain ni celebrant.
We were supposed to share with Coach Vee. Sorry, Coach Vee.
Hindi,
Tako
nabutan
kasi
ako
ni
ng
Paolo eh.
I ran out of chicken. But happy
Ay,
birthday,
teka.
Direk.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Overtime na yan.
Overtime
We love
out
you,
na.
Direk
Thank you so much, Direk
We love you,
Carrie.
Direk.
Just so you know,
Happy
there is an
birthday.
actual cake in the control room right now. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Direk Carrie.
And
Maraming salamat.
That is our awesome director, Direk Carrie. Direk, your sister also said happy birthday to you. Batiin ka raw
Yes,
namin.
and it's now a